we came outside and just kind of stood around and looked. And lo and behold, there was this thunder of hooves. You felt like cows or something running up. All these football guys. Full dress, cleats, the whole thing. So they come to almost a screeching halt. I can. And they began to look wise and otherwise and look at us and size us up. And I think most of we little girls were never been away from home and were kind of afraid, yet thrilled to death.
That these football players were looking at you.
Oh, yes. And I'm leaning on this light post. And this guy comes over and he says, you better get off that light post, you may get shocked.
Mm.
He says to me later, you threw your hair to one side and the other, which I probably did. You know, I'm not supposed to be flirtatious at all. That's the training at home. And it was like, he is interesting. Who is he? And I began to ask, and someone told me, and I thought the name was Edgar. And he was interested because he would come by and look at me through the window when I was practicing the piano and whatnot. And, you know, finally introduced himself, and I guess all within that week.
All within a week?
Probably.
My goodness.
All within a week. Medgar swore that he loved classical music. He was lying through his teeth. that was to, I guess, attract me in some way, but I was already attracted. He said to me, you're wearing too much lipstick.
Oh. Oh, you wore lipstick.
Oh, while I was away from home.
Oh, okay.
No one could see. And applied it heavily, you know, so little things like that. And we'd see each other in the dining room and talk. And notice girls were always around him and whatnot. Very popular person. And I asked more about him, and we would talk. And the man said to me, probably after a month, maybe, of seeing each other, you're going to be the mother of my children.
It didn't take him long to make that decision.
And it was like, And somewhere in that time period, he said to me also, I'm going to shape you into the kind of woman I want.
My goodness.
I was 17 years old.
And he was how old?
23.
He was a veteran who had just...
And even then, without any experience in there was no man in my household. I didn't know what a male-female relationship was, but I remember thinking, that's what you think. You are going to shape me into... I'm going to be me, and that's that. But that's how the relationship started. I was fascinated by this man who spoke so beautifully, who had such a marvelous vocabulary, and did not use that large vocabulary in a manner to make you feel less than he. But it encouraged me to make a race back to my dormitory room and get the dictionary.